doesn't get much better than this. Afternoon baseball from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Texas Rangers and the Chicago Cubs. Interleague baseball next. Corey Kluber is on the mound for the Cubs in this one. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, his batting average against this year is under 250. He's really had his way with the offense.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. EK, one of your old ball clubs, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They've run their win streak up to 6 in a row now, and they're really playing some inspired baseball.
And as usual, it all starts with the pitching. I mean, don't get me wrong, the offense, it's done its part too, but you don't run into a lot of 6-game win streaks where you're just outscoring teams. They've gotten some real quality starts over this stretch.
Kluber's ready. Here's the 0-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this former USD Torero, Chris Bryant, one of the best in the game offensively, doesn't get a lot of accolades for his defense, though. Can play any one of a number of positions, but really settling in comfortably at third base. He's got soft hands. He's got an excellent arm. Very rare for a guy of his size.
And he holds off on the breaking ball, so the count runs full.
And you've got the big thunder coming next, so you
threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Colby Lewis, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, he's got a 1-to-1 strikeout-to-walk ratio. It's not ideal. Probably would like to have a few more strikeouts. We'll see how it works out in this one.
Line toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, things are looking up for these guys to start the ball game. They get a 1-2-3 top half. Then now, leadoff single here in the home half. Off to a great start.
Jason Hayward will dig in. Currently 5th in the National League in batting to begin play.
Well, I don't think this should be a surprise to anybody. Most people know he's one of the best hitters in baseball.
And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Yeah, you know, you have to be careful with Daddy Longlegs himself, Dexter Fowler. He's been destroying the ball lately. 7 home runs in the last 10 games. You got to be careful when working with him. If he gets a pitch he can drive, he's not getting cheated.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Eric, this Ranger ball club as they begin play. They've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
And that includes losses in the first 2 games of this series, so they just need to have something positive go their way. Salvaging the finale might just be the thing.
Shin-Soo Choo will come forward now as we give you a look at his home and away splits so far this year. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed 2-1.
And that's not a bad spot. Just go ahead and stay out there. Don't come down the middle because we know he can hurt you.
Swing and a line drive. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. Prince Fielder will get his first opportunity now. He's got to be feeling pretty good about things recently as you see his numbers over the course of the past 10 ball games. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
And they know full well the threat that this guy poses. So even down 3-1, I can't imagine he's going to get anything that he can drive right here.
Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive.
This is turning into a great battle at the plate.
Kluber steps into his windup on his way with the 3-2. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A solo home run for Prince Fielder. Number 18 for him on the campaign. As the Rangers strike first, it's 1-0. Joey Gallo will stand in now, and as you can easily tell from the splits, he's really struggled away from home. 1 and 2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
And this is swung on and missed, his 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
This is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1. Looked like he got fooled on the speed there. 2-2. 2 out, nobody on. And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. And Hayward will make the catch, and that ends the inning. Rangers get a run from who else? Prince Fielder with the solo shot. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 1-0 Texas. Anthony Rizzo strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the 2nd inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Now a ball lifted high in the air towards shallow right center field. Odor under it to put it away for the first out. With a moment now, let's take a look at how the Rangers will align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, the defense is going to be very involved. This guy on the mound doesn't strike out a lot of hitters. Balls are put in play constantly, so the defense is going to be active.
Kyle Schwarber takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and 1 away. There he goes. Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down. Miguel Montero will come forward now, back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. A big uppercut there as he popped this straight up. Gallo is there for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. They trail this one 1. Hanser Alberto will dig in now, and he, like many others, was held hitless in the shutout yesterday afternoon.
Well, it seems like it's going from bad to worse. He had a bad day yesterday, and he's hitting under 200 in his last 10.
Kluber sets his sights. Here's the 1-2. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. He started in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Schwarber moves over, and that's the first out of the inning. Into the box now, Colby Lewis. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Toward the line and right. In there, a base hit.
And on the mound here, not only did you get burned by an opposing pitcher, you got burned by an American League pitcher. That's adding insult to injury there.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Oh, he breaks out the hook there. Good for strike 2.
So tough to hang in there on that pitch, but you got to do it. You can't give up on that inside corner, or this guy will bury you.
One there.
Oh, he's in there. Yeah, you know, a double play there was always going to be a stretch, and that's where you just take that force out at second, get the lead runner, and then say, you know what, thank you very much.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Swing and a liner. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. So now they'll have two men in scoring position following the two-out double.
The batter, number 30.
Number 30 will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. This one's hit deep out to left center field. Schwarber going back on it, and they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third, and the runner from second is in to score. It's a 3-0 game.
Say what you want about these guys, but they find a way to win ball games. Here's just another example of big at-bat as he drives in two with a two-out double.
Stepping in now, Shin-Soo Choo. Tap foul at home plate. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
And giving up hits is one thing, but judging by that pitch, he doesn't have any consistency with that release point. He's all over the place.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. To first. Rizzo is there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. Corey Kluber digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3. Lifted in the air out to center field. Desmond moving to his left, 1 away. Addison Russell will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Line drive to left. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. Dexter Fowler will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
Well, guys, the result was a great way to lead things off, but what gets lost in the shuffle there sometimes is the at-bat he had. I mean, he made that starter throw a ton of pitches.
Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone, 1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that'll get down for a base hit.
And I think he finally just got to the point on the mound where he said, listen, my arm's had enough of this at-bat. You can just have the base hit. Just quit fouling off all of my pitches.
1-1. Here it comes. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Desmond ranging back. Still going back. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll make it back to third safely and be content just to advance the 90 feet.
Third baseman
Chris Bryant stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
Hit hard up the middle, and that is through into center field. A base hit. In to score is the runner from third. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
That's a good approach right there with 2 away. He's just going to shorten up the stroke and take it right back up the middle. That'll be good enough to get the job done and pick up the 2-out RBI.
Into the box now, Anthony Rizzo. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Prince Fielder is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. Hit hard back up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
And it's just the 4th inning here, but he's already given up more hits in this one than he did in his entire previous outing. Whatever he had going on last time out, it ain't happening here.
Kluber pauses. 1-1 on its way. A little bit outside. 2-1.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
And he hits the corner with that one. 2-2. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Brian Holiday is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. Swing and a miss at a ball tailing out of the zone. 2-2. Line to the right side. But he'll barely have to move out there and right as he hauls this one in for the second out. Hanser Alberto is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. 2-1.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count. That alone can be beneficial to an offense.
And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away. Colby Lewis will get a shot now in an RBI spot, so a chance to help his own cause here.
And he's got a hit in the game already, so he can handle the bat at least a little bit.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Rangers leave. Corey Seager is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. Definitely want to even this one out sooner rather than later.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Backhanded. And a heck of an effort that time, but the throw's too late, and that'll certainly be scored an infield single to lead off the inning. Into the box, Kyle Schwarber. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. Runners off for second. Hit to first. Fielder has it, and this will work as a sacrifice as they get the out at first, but the runner moves into scoring position at second base. So 1 away here in the Chicago 4th, and stepping in now is the catcher, Miguel Montero. The 2-1 on its way. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1. Hit well on the ground to first. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. Corey Kluber steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Eduardo Escobar will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
And this is what he needs out there right now. He has to find some confidence in those secondary pitches, and that's a good change up there.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Got to be careful here with a run in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
Hit out towards second. Played on the backhand. Relay to Fielder. It's a double play, and that'll end the inning. Jason Hamill is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep them in the game here.
Jason Hamill.
Ian Desmond will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. Squared that one up just a little late. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Well, this is kind of a tough trade-off here in that leadoff spot. For the most part, he's been a pretty productive hitter at the top of the lineup, but the strikeouts just keep mounting up. And I don't care if you have leadoff type speed. If you're not putting the ball in play, you're not getting on base.
Again, he sends it out of play. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. 5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Bryant has to look over his shoulder, but he's got it for out number 2.
Now batting,
Number 30 stands in. Hamels is ready. 0-2 on its way. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding on.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rangers, but they still lead it 3-2. Leading off the inning, Addison Russell, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. Dexter Fowler digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Grounded to the right. Oh, and forget the double play. It's under his glove. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now. So striding in, Jason Hayward, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. This is pulled into right, and that's in there. Base hit around third and being waved on home. Long throw to the plate, and they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. Chris Bryant will dig in. 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. And there's ball 2 now. And now the Ranger bullpen swings into action. A lefty and a right-hander are throwing down there. Oh, that's well hit. Deep center field. Desmond going back on it. Gone! So a 3-run blast to deep center here. Home run number 16 for him on the year, and it's now 6-3.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Into the box, Anthony Rizzo. Oh, looked like he was towing an anchor there. 1-2.
Yeah, that's a very hittable location right there. Not where you want to be when you're facing a guy like this.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And a high throw that time, but Fielder's able to go up and get it for the first out.
Up next for the Cubs,
Corey Seager steps
baseman,
into the box.
Corey Seager.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. To 2-2 now.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Throw on to Fielder for out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder,
Kyle Schwarber will dig in for the 3rd time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. And the count will be full. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Shin-Soo Choo will step in to lead things off for the Rangers, and he'll have protection in the form of Prince Fielder waiting in the on-deck circle.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate, and he's retired here, 1 away.
Now after the 4-run inning, we'll get to see if he approaches things any differently now that he's working with the league. You figure the approach will be similar, but that's a good job anyway of getting the first out here.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
third baseman number 13.
Hamill sets. 1-1 pitch on its way. A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
This is not the first time today that he's chased out of the zone. That's why he's looking at a hat trick.
This is skied into short left center. Schwarber over to his left. And he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting,
Brian Holiday will take another shot here. He's flied out and lined out in 2 trips.
Well, 0 for 2, but he's taken some decent hacks. Could see a better result in this at-bat.
Ani bailed him out with a swing. 3-2 now. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. And another foul ball. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
number 2, shortstop.
This is line to left. That's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily. So we'll have a pinch hitter in this spot now, as it'll be time to get a look at Josh Hamilton here.
Josh Hamilton.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
And with 2 walks in the inning already, he can't afford to fall behind anybody else if he wants to stay in the game.
And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Adam Warren will get the call here in a big spot as he inherits a bases-loaded jam with 2 men out. Looking to minimize the damage here. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
They haven't been afraid of coming right after this guy.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Matt Bush will come on now as he'll be appearing in his 45th game this year. Miguel Montero will get settled in here as the Cubs look to get it going in their half of the 6th. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Lifted the other way to left center. Under it is Choo as he takes it in for the first out.
Now batting, the pitcher, Adam Warren.
Wilson Contreras will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 40, Wilson Contreras.
1-2 as he chases the slider. 6 runs, 9 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And the throw is made to record the second out of the inning.
And this is music to a manager's ears here. After he watched his club give up 4 runs in an inning ago, this guy's come in and gotten 2 quick outs to start the next inning.
And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. 7th inning coming up. The Cubbies are in front, 6-4. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Getting set for the 7th now with the Cubs out in front. And before the inning gets underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. Will Smith is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7. And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4. Number 30 will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Shin-Soo Choo will stand in, and his guys have got something cooking now with 2 on and nobody out.
And down by 2, this is a good opportunity to try to put yourselves level.
Sacrifice attempt here. Throw to first, not in time, so now everybody's safe. Prince Fielder will come forward now in what could be an at-bat that goes a long way toward deciding this ball game.
And they better be careful, too, because they haven't gotten him out yet, so this is no small task.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And he gets in swinging. What a big out there as there is now 1 away. Joey Gallo comes forward with a great chance to turn this game on its head. Tying run at second, go ahead run at first. Well, they'll run this one in on him and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. Brian Holiday comes to the plate looking to deliver with the bases loaded and 2 men gone.
Well, these are those situations that kids go through in the backyard. Bases juiced, 2 outs. He needs to stay within himself and just focus on making good contact.
And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's full 3-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score. So stepping in, Hanser Alberto, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And a gorgeous flip to second, and with that, the side is retired. It's a run on 2 hits here for Texas. Get out the microphone. Stretch time here at Wrigley. It's the Cubs 6 and the Rangers 5. Now in the box, Dexter Fowler. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up. Hit on the ground to short. Alberto comes up with it. Throw just does beat him to the bag, as that was pretty close. And it doesn't look like the manager fully agrees with that out call at first. It appears he may opt to challenge it and have the play reviewed.
Yeah, he may, Matt. But I'm sure he's going to wait for word from the guys in the dugout. And as we see it again, man, I can't tell for sure if he indeed was out.
So here's the signal from the dugout, and it appears they will decide not to challenge the call on the field, so the runner is out at first. In now, Jason Hayward. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Gallo takes it in. stepping in, Chris Bryant. He's already got 4 RBIs in this one. Runner goes for second. Now a ball that's reached for and flared out to no man's land behind first. Oh, and he misses the stop sign there as he heads for the plate. Is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
On the money.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Cubs strand 1 as it remains a 6-5. Mitch Moreland will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Now a swing and a fly ball. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. And this is swung on and missed, and Moreland is set down on strikes for the first down. Ian Desmond, ready to take another shot, went down on strikes his last time up.
And that was a huge strikeout at the time because there were 2 runners in scoring position. And it's never fun to walk back to the dugout knowing that you left RBIs on the table.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Rizzo in foul ground, 2 gone.
Now batting.
Rougned Odor digs in. He reached on a walk his last time up and later came around to score. Zobrist is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right.
Now pitching for the Chicago Cubs.
So a call to the bullpen now, and they'll make a move for the left-hander here. Chapman has the target. Here's the 1-1. Grounded to short. Gloved by Russell. Throwing the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. Rangers set down in order. This one remains close. It's 6-5. Jake Diekman is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th. Corey Seager steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here's the 0-2.
Nope.
That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Left fielder.
Kyle Schwarber stands in, was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game. Miguel Montero stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air.
Well, you take a swing at a pitch like that, you're lucky that you only got sawed off. He's going to have to go find himself another piece of lumber.
Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They lead it. Number 30 steps in now. Chapman's ready, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. And this is lined right back up the middle. And that's through into center field, so the tying run's aboard to kick off the inning.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. He's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because he would have taken his head off.
Shows bunt here, but this one misses. Ball 3. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing, and I'm just watching this game.
Throw is too late, so the sacrifice attempt turns into a base hit. Prince Fielder steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second. Right side. Oh, and he whiffs on it as it's by him at first. The throw home, but not in time, and just like that, this ball game is tied. Joey Gallo will stand in now in what could be one of the bigger at-bats of the ball game.
And what he has to do right here is put his 0 for 4 out of his mind. He hasn't had the greatest of performances to this point in the game, but he could make up for it with a big hit right here.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. And he struck him out again. So that's the old sombrero there, partner. 4 strikeouts in the ballgame. Brian Holiday stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Hector Rondon will take over in a tie ball game with 1 gone here in the top of inning number 9. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
And here's a swing and a miss, and that, folks, is a big out number 2. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. And he got him. Minimizing the damage at just a run. The inning is over. So not a good turn of events for this home crowd. Jake Marisnick will stick around as he'll take over in right field. Ben Zobrist will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Alberto is up with it, throws in time, and that's out number 1. Addison Russell will step in, a ground out victim as last time. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Desmond has it in his tracks. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Dexter Fowler strides in, grounded out his last time through. On a hole now as he swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2 now.
Oh, and he sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in a matter of about 5 feet.
And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him. Got him. So they can't get that winning run home, and that means free base. Robinson Chirinos is up off the bench to pinch hit here, so we'll see what he can do to begin the extra frames. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ian Desmond. He flew out in his last at-bat. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Schwarber racing back. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
Digging in, Rougned Odor. He's 1 for 4 for the game. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
That one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
Got him swinging in the dirt. And that ends the inning. Phil Klein will come on here to start the home 10th, and all he's looking to do is get this one to the 11th inning.
Phil Klein.
Rusney Castillo is going to come in and pinch hit here as he's the potential winning run here in the bottom half of inning number 10. on the ground near home, but it gets fouled. 1-2, here it comes. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And they take him out of the zone here, and he obliges. Not the greatest of swings there for the first out. Kris Bryant is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the 5th. 1-1, here it is. 1-2.
2 strikes.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
Hit to third. Throw on to fielder for out number 2.
First baseman number 44.
Anthony Rizzo digs in. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, but it was a pretty decent at-bat. As I remember, he saw a lot of pitches and really made the guy on the mound earn that strikeout.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, not cheated on that one. It's 2-2.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
High pop-up. Holiday waits on it. And that's the 3rd out. Greg Holland will be summoned from the bullpen here as he'll take over to start inning number 11. Striding into the box, Jake Marisnick, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Shin-Soo Choo steps in looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game.
Well, anytime you can put together a 3-hit game, you're doing something right out there, and we'll see if he can pull it off.
Swing and a miss got him reaching. And he makes the throw to first. Choo is retired, 2 down now. Prince Fielder steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the 2nd. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Holland's ready. Here's the pitch. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. What's the call here?
I still don't think I throw him a strike.
Hot shot to first base and a great play to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. Score remains. Corey Seager gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball.
Just finding a way to stay alive up there.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away. Kyle Schwarber ready to try again. Struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting. You have to accept that it's going to happen sometime.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
Now batting.
Miguel Montero ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up. Liner toward right center, and that's a base hit. He's now 2 for 5 in this one. Ben Zobrist stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. Heading out towards shallow right. Marisnick is under it, makes the catch, and that'll retire. Joey Gallo will stand in to start out the 12th inning of play, and it starts to become a war of attrition once you've reached this point in the ballgame.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where there's some really tired legs out there on both sides. The bullpens have been working overtime. Heck, even the announcers are starting to get a little bit hoarse.
Splitter, 2-2. And he strikes out again. And that's the 5th time he's punched out today. This has certainly not been his game.
Up next for the Rangers,
Brian Holiday digs in. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Fowler on the run, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
the batter, number 2.
Hanser Alberto ready to try again. Struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Chopped foul right at home plate. And he strikes him out here for out number 3, so after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to... Addison Russell is set to take his turn, leading things off as they'll try to walk off winners in the bottom half.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. Dexter Fowler ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard towards second. But there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2.
Up next for the Cubs,
Standing in now the pitcher, Greg Holland. So with 2 away, pinch hitter Josh Phegley will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Calling for it, Desmond, and the inning is over. Cubs are down in order. Weir's still tied 6-6. Drew Stubbs will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Rich Hill will come on now as he'll take over on the mound to begin the lucky 13th inning. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
And that right there, that's the pitch you have to lay off against this guy. That big, slow curveball below the knees.
Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
Ian Desmond will stand in. He flew out his last time up. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. Rougned Odor digs in, and he'll try to improve on a 1-for-5 effort thus far. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1. On the move is Desmond. Pitch outside. The throw. And it'll be right on the bag as Montero nails him trying to take second. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. The throw is in time, just ahead of the runner, and that ends. Nothing doing for the Rangers. This game remains tied at 6. Keone Kela will come on now as he'll get the responsibility of trying to send this one to a 14th inning. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Anthony Rizzo stands in. He got under one and popped out his last time up.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
Marisnick back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are two gone.
The batter, number 5.
Corey Seager digs in. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one more. Jake Marisnick steps in to begin the inning. Here's a fastball in on the fist, and that'll even things up at 2-2. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. And the throw is there to record the first out.
Now batting, left fielder.
Ready now, Shin-Soo Choo. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his third strikeout of the game. Prince Fielder steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1. Bases are empty here with two men out. And a strike. Throw him a breaking ball that time. 2-2.
Not only is he close to going through the heart of this lineup, he may even strike out the side.
Still 2-2. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. Just hung in there on that one. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Look out as this bat shatters on impact.
Wow, just a jam sandwich right there, and all he's holding is about half of his bat. Those look like the kind of bats I used to swing with.
Swing and a miss at one in the dirt. And the throw to first ends the inning. Rangers set down in order. Score remains tied 6 apiece. Kyle Schwarber is set to take his turn, leading things off as they'll try to walk off winners in the bottom half.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
And he chased it in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Schwarber is retired, and there's one away. Miguel Montero will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Choo is there. And that's the second out of the inning. Ben Zobrist will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Weekly hit towards first. And Fielder will step on the bag. A 3 unassisted for Prince, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Weird still tied. Joey Gallo is set to go at the plate to lead off the top half. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. Brian Holiday struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0 for 4 ball game with a base hit right here. And he's set down, 1 away. Hanser Alberto digs in, looking to send something into the outfield that gives that go-ahead run a chance to score from second. Inside and low, 2-1. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Sent on the ground out to second. Seager over to his left. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Standing in now, the pitcher, Keone Kela. So with 2 away, they decide to let him hit instead of burning a pinch hitter. Seager has it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 1 left for Texas. This game remains. Addison Russell is set to take his turn, leading things off as they'll try to walk off winners in the bottom half. Left field and deep. Back goes Chu. Gone! Santa Maria, game over. A solo shot here to left. And with 1 swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
And this is exactly what you're looking for in extra innings. Actually, it's what you're praying for, really. 1 big swing sends the folks who stayed here home happy as he wins it with the walk-off homer.
Quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to the show.